It's good to have you on the second segment of our discussion this morning on Good Morning Anambra. I'm still Nonye.
Of course, my name still remains Ugunda. Will not change, Harry. Well, good to have you in the second segment of the program where we're going to be discussing about something very interesting. Of course, when you look at the state of our universities today, you really have one or two things to say positively or negatively. You know,
way.
Yeah, so it's actually a big one, and we're going to be talking about the state of research in our universities today. How has it been, positive or negative? How have we fared so far? What are the challenges? How are we intending to solve these challenges and, of course, become better in the future?
All right, we have a guest in the studio who is going to help us look at this topic, and he is a university don, HOD, Pure and Applied Chemistry, Nnamdi Azikiwe University here in Awka. He is Professor John Nduka. Prof, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Now, Prof, recently we have researchers that came to University of Nigeria in Nsukka, and they according from the Professor Ozumba there, who is the Chancellor of the university, they were appalled to find out that many research results were actually wasting on the university shelves because industrialists shied away from them. Now, we want you to begin by letting us know what research actually is and your assessment of research in Nigerian universities. Prof.
Thank you very much. First of all, I have to define what is research. Research is creative and systematic study undertaken to increase the knowledge base. It can be for a culture, for a people, for humans, or technology. You can classify there are so many classes of research. So many authors have classified research. But because of my background, I'm interested in scientific research, which is an analytical studies. It can be cohort study, case study, or observational studies. So many. Now, having said that, it's not surprising that so many research work is piling up on the shelves. It's the system we find ourselves, where we run an import-based economy. And no country can survive by that, by running an import-based economy. If you are not running an import-based economy, you're looking west. And looking in west means, look at the research on the shelf. How many of them are feasible? I give you a good example. I don't know the reason on this earth Nigeria should be importing agricultural products. There's no reason for that. It's sheer madness. What you have abundance, you are going to buy it. It doesn't make sense. If you look at globally now, you will see that the USA is trying to checkmate inflow of goods into their system. It's looking inwards. Before they concentrated on the world stage, going to other countries, but Trump came and said, no, let's look inwards. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So how do you basically go about, because we know there are lots of challenges in the university, especially in Nigerian universities. We wouldn't compare our Nigerian university to the Western university. Now, looking at research in our Nigerian university, where did we get it wrong?
Okay, you say we shouldn't compare our university to the Western.
No, we wouldn't compare, because if we compare, we know we're not measuring up.
There is no reason why we shouldn't compare. That's the first.
But we're not measuring up.
There is no reason. Why are we not measuring up?
That's why I want to know, where did we get it wrong?
It's the problem of the country. It had to go with leadership. Visionless leadership. I give you an example. I didn't participate in Nigerian Civil War. Most of the things I heard about war I read it. But you discover that within that short period, in an enclosed corner, the scientists of Igbo origin then looked inward.
Okay.
Because I was told that Ojukwu called them and said, how can you help us? That is the leadership. Looking inwards. That's what they do abroad. There is must be a synergy between the government, the private sector, and the university. Okay. In fact, the university exists to serve the private sector and the government. Okay. Government can wake up and say, okay, we have importing vehicles. Most of them are either imported or the parts are imported and assembled. I want in the next 5 years, 60% of vehicles should be manufactured in Nigeria. They pass. And you assemble a team of scientists and push money into research. But here in Nigeria, we don't do it. Government is on their own. They see this university as these noise makers. When the academic staff of university says, we don't have the equipment in the society, in the university, they tag them as troublemakers.
All right, Prof. Now, there's this thing I normally see when you search for courses. You know, you say we should compare our universities with the ones for
the Western world.
Western worlds. You know, there's this thing when you want to search for courses, they tell you this is certificate courses and this is research-based courses. I don't know. How does it work? Do we have such in Nigerian universities?
There is no, what I want to say, why I said that there is no reason why we shouldn't compare Nigerian universities to that of
Sorry, let's see. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, your name and location.
Yes, my name is Philip and I'm calling from Onitsha.
Philip, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a question for Prof.
Go ahead.
He made reference to what happened during the war. But I'm asking Prof, now, almost 50 years after the war, the universities have offered us nothing to take home. And we were so proud of Proda in Enugu. Now, Prof, what stops you professors coming together and then putting pressure on the government? Since you think that the government is visionless, can't you put pressure on the government to at least agree or decide that they should devote some amount of funds and allow you people to do some research? Because it's like, because the government lacks vision, it looks like the professors have decided to do same. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Thank you very much, Philip.
Thank you. Philip, thank you very much. You know that in this country, the only trade union still standing is the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU. It was because of government visionless attitude towards academics in the country that this union came up. But like the Nigerian thing, they saw it as opposition. Once you are not dancing to government, you are opposition. Okay. And the larger Nigerian society, being largely illiterate, succumbs to government propaganda. Okay. Each time we go on strike, that's the only time you write letters, you hold meetings, they give you promises, they agree they will do this, 10 years is never done. Okay. As a last resort.
In other words, you're trying to say that professors cannot really come together to pressurize the government to
because
do
something. That was a question of Philip.
What we can, I say we are doing it because we can't come as a, we have umbrella union, which is the ASU. And each time the ASU goes on strike, the government will tell the Nigerian population that
sorry, Prof.
Please turn down the volume of your TV set. All right, it's simple. When you call us, please turn on the volume of your TV set or move away from your TV set so we can have a very clear discussion.
So the Nigerian government will play a propaganda that we are looking for salaries. But they refuse to make public their ASU demand.
All right, let's see who is here before we go on. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Your name? Prof, go ahead.
So they refuse to make public the ASU demand. I challenge the Nigerian government to publish the ASU demand over the years. More than 30 years ASU has been going on strike, demanding that universities should improve. you see that salary is not even an issue.
Okay.
Somebody, you want to go to class and teach. You have read. You want to go and dish out your knowledge. Yeah. You go to class, there is nothing in the lab. There is nothing in the classroom. You look at the Nigerian classroom, you look where they are training cows. It's only the only country where some people are still taking lectures under the tree. You can't believe it in Nigeria. Why I say there is no reason why we should not compare Nigerian universities with Western universities. That universities are established for the same purpose anywhere in the world. Yeah. So if we have decided to establish a university, we should establish a university for the same purpose of knowledge transmission.
And I asked a question which you've not answered yet, about having courses that are research-based and others that are certificate-based. I asked whether we have such.
We don't have such. We don't have such. Every course is mainly a research course. Because you go to classroom, you are taught. You go to lab to practice what you have been taught. So they go in pari passu.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello?
I think you're hearing your voice.
Okay. That actually brings me to my next question when you talk about ASU, fighting, going on strike because you probably want to come and teach the students. You don't have stuff in the lab to teach the students and so on. But then again, each time ASU goes on strike, the teachers, the lecturers, the professors, don't they also contribute to this? Because they go on strike, and I've actually seen this. That's why I'm actually saying it. More often than not, more of these lecturers and professors are actually working while you're on strike, trying to fight for a common goal. So are you, the lecturers and professors, not also contributing to what you are trying to fight against?
I think before you answer that, okay, sorry, go ahead.
That's what I've told you, the issue of Nigerian factor. There is supposed to be a synergy between the parties. I'll give you an example. The government is established to give a quality education. Okay. And they always attest to that. That is their aim. The university management comprises of the vice chancellor, the deputy vice chancellors, admin and academics, the registrar, the bursar. So they always say that their interest is to make education superb. And the ASU is interested in making education superb. But why are these three units not working together? It then tells you that somebody somewhere is not telling the truth. Okay. We have a system where the government will promise a heaven and earth. 10 years we don't see it. We have it is a country where our leaders will be sick. They go abroad. Yet the same leaders budget billions of naira for health sector. Can you marry the two? Okay. You say we have teaching hospitals, we have general hospitals, we even have specialty hospitals. They budget billions of naira. When they are sick and their families, they go abroad. If they have used that money to equip those hospitals, why are they going abroad?
And I want to come back. I want to come back to the ASU strike, whenever it. Okay, because now maybe in a couple of months' time, or you may still go on strike again.
Yes.
Can there be a permanent solution to this? Because each time you go on strike, maybe after some few months, the government will say, okay, we'll give you this amount of money. And then again, the professors, the teachers are relaxed. They get maybe a quarter of this money and they go back to lectures. Is there no lasting solution to these once and for all?
We don't even get a quarter of that money I'm talking about. I tell you, it's having a visionless government. At first instance, why do we need to go on strike? After ASU goes on strike as a last resort. The last one we went, you can't believe that ASU as a union wrote more than 50 letters to the federal government, and they didn't act on it. And when ASU goes on strike, they play they control the media, they play their propaganda, they say lecturers they're looking for money. Nigeria, the gullible Nigerian public buys it.
Okay. Now, Prof, I want us to actually begin to look at the importance of research and, of course, its place in our national development.
Research is the engine room of national development. In a layman's language, I have defined scientific. I can say research is probing the unknown. You want to research into the unknown to improve the living standard, the economy of the system. Now, if the research is to improve the quality of goods and services. Okay. In any organization, that is what they call a secret room, research and development. If you must compete globally to market your product, if you must withstand the pressure, you must pay attention to research and development. Okay. Do you hear when they say superpower? Superpower. It's not superpower, it's not by population. It's by the quality of research you have. The economy grows on research. The military might, the medical research must be a priority. So if you look at that 10%, do you know the amount Indian government makes from Nigeria on medical tourism alone? So when Nigeria sometimes was making noise, they want to join the permanent member of the United Nations, I was laughing at them. And maybe they are having malaria. What do you have to contribute to the world? You can't be an import-based economy. I don't know, a permanent member of the United Nations. These countries that are permanent members, they have perfected their research in their universities. Okay. It's only in Nigeria I see, or maybe in Africa, I see professors scouting for popular government appointments. But they are really doing nothing. As you go to UK, go to Germany, go to Russia, go to US, Canada, you won't see any academician in their government.
And now, are you saying that not really taking research serious in our country, it's a contributory factor to what we are seeing as a nation in terms of development today?
Absolutely right. You can't grow, no nation grows above the academic standard. It's not possible. If you have weak academic standard, weak economy, weak human beings, weak everything.
So now the problem is identified. So how do we reposition the universities in Nigeria to tackle research and development challenge?
First of all, government owns the universities. Are you aware?
Okay.
Nigerians must put the right person in power. This is what has eluded us.
When you talk about right person in power, who is really right? Because that's the problem. Because when we use the word right person, is there anyone really
I think
right?
that's a topic for another
But let's
day.
just
Let's
go. Just quickly. Yes, quickly. Tell us.
What we will do is that government will realize, come back to themselves.
Okay.
We established these universities. Why did we establish the universities? Are we meeting up to that reason why the objectives? You see, I see parents, their child, they went to school, as is going on strike, these people are wicked, they went to school, they want my children to graduate. What knowledge base is your son or daughter coming home after 4 or 5 years in a university? Have you interacted with your daughter or your child or your son? The knowledge he had before entering university and after university, has there been any change? When we talk, Nigerian society doesn't listen to us. But I want to tell you, go to private universities. It's what is happening in private companies that are doing well. Government companies are not doing well. If you go to private universities that are doing well, government schools are not doing well. Because government who are the owners of that are not doing what they should do. So until we come to a stage where we have educated people in leadership who knows the place of research and the contribution to economic growth, we will not make headway. I give you an example. If you look at the University of Nigeria and Nsukka, Ibadan, before the war, after the war, and now, you see there is a degradation. So also is the leadership. You can't compare Zika, Worowo, Talabalawa and school with what we have now. You cannot grow above your educational standard. If you look at, let's look at in the Southeast now. You look at Zik, Mike Opara, and Akanebe. You look at their leadership style, their attitude towards governance. You come down, you look at set of Tobo Kadibu and Jim Wood, Sam Bakwe. You come down to what you have now. Are we not coming down? It is the quality of education.
All right. You keep talking, blaming the government. I don't know if it's just the government or a collective, failure on both the government and the governed.
Yes, over the years, the university lecturers, the leadership of university system have also compromised. Because instead of the universities influencing the political class influence the university. Over the years now, we have the vice chancellors who is interested not in academic standard, but in political connection he will have using the platform of the vice chancellor.
All right.
It is not. It shouldn't be so.
It shouldn't be so. All right. We'd like to thank you so much, Professor John Nduka, HOD, Pure and Applied Chemistry, Nnamdi Azikiwe University here in Awka. Thanks so much for your time and opening our eyes to see what is happening. We believe it will be better someday.
All right. Thank you very much for also coming on the program this morning. Well, that's the much we have for you on the second segment of the program. Of course, Good Morning Anambra continues. Just to let you know that the news will be coming at 9 o'clock and 9:15 will be time for sports today. And after that, of course, we'll be rounding up Good Morning Anambra.
Thanks so much for your time. My name is Nonye Nwokoye.
And I'm Ibere Ugonna.